Welcome back to the classroom. Come on in, no late pass required. Today, we're doing something special that I didn't even know was coming out. We are reacting to the prequel for Invincible, Adam Eve. Now, looking at the description here, it seems really cool that we're getting kind of a, almost like an origin story for Adam Eve, because she was easily one of the best characters in the entirety of season 1 of Invincible. But I am curious to see what they end up doing with her character here. And honestly, why they would release this now when season 2 is close on the horizon. As we saw in the reaction to the little teaser trailer that came out, which if you haven't seen that, make sure to check the card up in the top right hand corner. But I kind of like them focusing an entire episode here on just Adam Eve. She was easily one of the best characters in the entire series, and I wonder what they're going to tie in here with the original series. Looks like it's about an hour long, which means we could be getting a lot of different things here, and so definitely something to hold us over while we wait for the second season of Invincible, because the first season was incredible. I went into it not really knowing what to expect, and it was violent, but also very entertaining. So I don't have much to say going into this other than I can't wait for season 2, and I am ready to see the origin of Adam Eve. So without further ado, let us jump right into the episode. Wow. All right.
Lizard League.
Oh.
Conquer. We'll find the serum faster if we split up.
No.
They're mentioning the
my son.
Lizard League finally.
That's not a tactic. Do not disrespect me. I
Man.
let you do the explosion, which was noisier than I would have liked.
They
I'll take it from you.
mentioned this several times.
My queen.
Oh, there's Immortal. Oh, so we actually get to see
The Guardians of the Globe.
the Guardians of the Globe actually kick some serious ass here prior to their death.
Uglier than it already is.
And they're gonna kick some serious ass here.
Hitters like you.
Ooh, really getting to show them at their best here.
Don't waste your time, Samson. That dame's
Oh.
a cause. You guys still say
Samson before he lost his abilities. What if we're gonna see him lose his abilities?
I'm sure we're fine. But I got
Although-
one in the reservist just in case.
Really?
Being at full strength would have been helpful.
Let him hear you call him that.
He has a problem with reservists. He
Reservist.
refused to join the team, but said he'd help out if needed. Is that not the very definition of the word?
Is it gonna be
A
Omni-Man?
lot to learn about men.
This entire place is gonna collapse in on them if they don't hurry. Yep, it is Omni-Man. Oh, shit.
Apparently everyone's running around with a big letter on their chest these days. Is that what this is?
Jeez. Forgot how much of a punch this show has.
Down on top of us.
I know how important this baby is.
No, you
Oh.
didn't do anything wrong, Polly. I should have found another way.
Oh.
Promise me you will.
Polly, you're gonna be fine.
Is that Mark Hamill? Did they get Mark Hamill again to do a voice?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I did this to you.
Some experimentation. It kind of looks Adam Eve
There was an
esque.
attack. I'm getting Polly somewhere safe.
Bring my specimen back.
She's in labor. We're headed for the valley.
I know that voice.
Child is. We have a
Stop.
turn your car around. Now!
It is Lance Riddick. Shit.
You'll thank me for it.
he gonna be a character in this? Oh, man! That kind of sounds like... Well, they're not gonna show, of course. Oh. Yeah, she's done for. She gonna give birth? They're gonna have to... Oh, he's gonna have to cut out the baby here.
No. What have you done? Where's the specimen?
They didn't survive.
A specimen. It is a child. Stop it. It is a child and a mother. Like, chill.
Bad things they just happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Wilkins?
Wait a minute.
We all thought she was gone, but she came back to us. All on her own. We don't know
Swapped
how,
babies.
but she did. Your daughter is a fighter.
Oh, she's just perfect. She's just perfect. Our Samantha Eve Wilkins.
Yep. It was Adam Eve. Oh, shit! Swapped out the baby to save the baby. Yeah, she's a little bit different than everyone else. Aww. Oh. She's kind of like... Wait, so she sees the atoms? Maybe that's how it works. So she's able to kind of see the molecular structure of things. Oh, but she's interested.
You like chemistry, Sam? Huh?
Mercury 6s found subshell has 2 electrons.
I
6s electrons don't like
love
being
it.
with other particles. To be a solid, they got a bond. And they don't wanna. So, liquid. Mercury's funny.
That is awesome.
You know.
That is epic. Oh, I love it. Also, I miss taking chemistry, weirdly enough.
She has these molecules memorized. Like she could just see them in her head.
Yeah. God, and of course the dad is
I think it's
being a
pretty cool.
douche. It almost makes me think like... It's almost like a metaphor for like autism in a sense.
Oh, she's not gifted. She's just weird. Public school's fine.
It is absolutely.
She'd been staring at it. Maybe she's smart.
Yeah,
Others are talking about her.
absolutely a metaphor for autism, and he is not a supportive father in that
What's
sense.
the name of that school for weirdos?
Oh, yeah. And there's the scientist. Shit, keeping an eye on her. Oh, this is making me even more fascinated with her character. Yeah. Oh dear, that is an awful mutation.
He can barely keep his skin on his bones.
Lance Riddick.
Phase 2's
I
ability
love
to
his
be
voice.
effective. I don't want
May he
impressive.
rest in peace.
I want the
Jeez.
ability to change reality.
I'm trying to replicate the work of the original scientists. She got into the school. Super smart. But a loner. Kind of wanting the normalcy.
I guess you know I'm the weirdo that lives across the street from you.
Oh.
That's what my mom said. I'm Belle, the even weirder weirdo who lives across the street from you.
Oh. Oh, I'm so happy that they made this.
Okay, my turn. Truth or dare? You want a special school for special kids. That's a guaranteed weirdo-making move.
Yeah, but all the kids there are so boring. There's are
And that
astronauts or
is
whatever.
not what she wants to
So
do.
what do you want then?
I want to do something that matters.
When your mother says come home, you come home.
Yeah, a little bit of a repressive household.
My grades are great.
There's other subjects than science.
Everything else is lame and boring.
Your mother and I were told
So she's
you
very
were
good at
special.
science.
Oh, silly us.
Just a bunch of freaks.
They're freaks? Look at yourself. Isn't that why you belong there?
Yo, asshole! Get out of here! Oh man, I hated him for a while.
She knows I didn't mean it.
Didn't you?
Yeah, I was about to say. Absolutely meant it. She likes science. That's her main subject that she's big on. Advanced beyond her years. Oh. We're starting to discover her abilities. Oh, and how she can rewrite molecules. She changed her book. What is that, into glass? That's exactly what it is. That is epic. That's how she discovers it. Oh, and that's why she's seeing all the different, like, molecules and atoms and whatnot.
Cream cheese and olive sandwich?
Cream cheese and olives? Must be an old childhood favorite of hers. Oh, but she's testing out her abilities. That is some of the coolest abilities I've ever seen in, like, any superhero related thing. It's just regular old Cherry.
How would you do that?
Look! It's President Val!
That's so cool.
Sam, I'm serious. How are you doing this?
You know how I used to say
Aw.
I could, like, see
Is it gonna freak her
molecules
out?
and stuff? It lets you!
Oh, but it's freaking her out.
Stop! I said stop!
It's freaking her out.
I just thought it was fun.
She's gonna lose a friend.
Freaking scary.
You know how much fun we can have with this?
She doesn't care.
I should go home now.
Wait, I'm sorry. Val. Val.
No. Back to being a loner. Back off to her school. She doesn't get to go on the bus. Yeah, Val doesn't care anymore. Oh. She's getting kicked out, so she has to go to regular school now, and she kind of wanted it, but now not in this regard. Oh, that is a rancid sandwich. Oh, but does change it to have a better type of sandwich instead. It's still really cool though. She's able to do that.
Oh, don't be silly. It's adorable. Remember to
That
write a
just
thank you note to Aunt Penny.
seems miserable. She's gonna use her abilities to change it. Trying to be more athletic as well. Or she enjoys athletics. Is she about to try and transform the squirrel?
Wish you were a puppy.
Maybe it doesn't work on living things?
Wish I had a puppy.
She's not able to make living things.
Huh? Creep.
There's some weird homeless guy to her. But is actually more than that. Ooh.
Cool.
Her trying out her superhero get up for the first time. Oh,
Yes.
kind of like Static Shock style.
Cool.
Oh, her trying to fly for the first time. Well, that would be why everything of hers is pink. Like, that's just her favorite color. That makes total sense. I forgot how good the music is in this series. Like, it was another show where, like, the music just hit a little harder than it should have. When she's testing out her abilities. She's got a pretty good handle on them at a very young age. Oh, and she's figuring out her more, recent flying abilities, how she usually flies around. Oh boy. Oh geez, this is messed up.
Dude, I think it's a Powerpuff Girl.
A Powerpuff Girl.
Both of you shut up.
Buzz off,
Her
Powerpuff.
first.
Come on, we need to get the rest.
Oh, her first showdown.
If I can do that, imagine what I can do to those dumb masks you're wearing.
Oh shit.
I just want to talk about where you came from, where your powers came from.
Oh. So did she just pretend that her
No easy way to say
parents
this, but
were her parents?
I made you. So
I'm adopted? Man, that would explain a lot.
turn paper into stone. Feel the chemical composition of the world in your bones.
Yeah. Very much so. He knows.
People or animals, never people or animals.
Then why come find me now?
That's a good question.
Your powers. The military thinks you're dead. If they discover you're not, they'll come for you. You must stop using them.
What?
Oh, no, she's not gonna want to.
I can help people.
Do not use your powers. Go!
What noise? She's gonna use it anyway. Ah, it's a freaking drone.
Why can't you just be
Normal?
Ooh, man, her parents
That's
are
not
kind
what I
of
said.
assholes.
That's what you meant.
Like, I thought her mom was at least a little bit better, but like her dad, I knew was already a awful person.
I wish you'd try harder sometimes.
Yeah, no, enough with that. Stop this whole like try harder to be normal bullshit. Like, no, that's not okay. Are they gonna send out all their weird ass creations here? That's exactly what's happening. Makes it more interesting that she'll eventually end up helping out in a soup kitchen like that. I wonder if that's part of the reason why. No, it wasn't her that was originally doing it. She just came and volunteered to help afterwards. Oh, this asshole. Oh, yeah.
The hell?
Absolutely kicks ass. I love her. She just kind of figured out her abilities on her own. She's not as creative with her abilities yet.
You're just not made for this.
I literally was.
Oh. Yo. Nice.
It's Adam Eve when I'm in costume.
Adam Eve, where'd you come up with that?
Adam because, duh. Eve because it's my middle name.
Cute.
The cape is cute. Was she your science partner or something? Is that where I got my smarts?
Yes, that's exactly it.
The experiment.
She
Oh,
was a
she was
valued
also
colleague.
homeless.
She volunteered her pregnancy for an experimental procedure. That you didn't grow up in a lab alone.
Oh.
That was when I first realized you weren't just an experiment or a weapon. I made plans to get her out, help her run away, but
The original intentions were not
to
good.
leave her early. We saved you, but
A fake name. I'm apparently a government-designed superweapon. I'll be fine.
It's cool that she's able to put on her own super suit. Like, just like transform it. Ooh, a shootout going on with who? Oh, yeah, all the freaky folks.
Or a perimeter or something.
What? Get the hell out of here!
We'll fall back and form a perimeter.
Great idea.
I love things like that.
Get off of me!
Oh! And reforms themselves. Oh! Oh, jeez. Barely reformed themselves. They're falling apart. Oh, jeez.
Our siblings?
You're phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4.
And phase 5. Oh, jeez.
Each attempt less
It's
successful than the
worse.
last, but
Worse
all
and
one big
worse.
happy family.
Oh, boy. Oh, man! Nice! Getting more creative with it, at least. Yo, she's awesome! Oh, but she's struggling. This is her first time having to do this. Oh! She's a badass. Yo! She just... Oh man, she put herself back together a little bit more, it looks like. Oh yeah, he's done for. God, her abilities are so cool. Yo! She really is getting more creative with those abilities, which is awesome. Giving herself like power armor? That's freaking awesome. Jeez. Oh, that's not good. Ooh, good catch though. Yeah, them having to fight in traffic is insane too. Oh man, he's about to get wrecked. Jeez. Oh, that's not good. A lot of people getting hurt from this. She's trying to save all of them as much as she can. I mean, she's doing a good job of helping with, like, not hurting folks. Oh, how did this guy survive? That's one way to hit him. Jeez. Yo, how is this dude still standing? He was barely holding himself together last time.
All we hear is how perfect you are, and how perfect we aren't.
Oh man, this is a personal battle for them. Oh jeez. Yo, who just hit him? Oh, I wonder if it was Brandyworth. Yep.
Who it is?
That's exactly what was. Did he survive? Man, she barely looks like she survived.
Thank you.
Oh, he did. Probably not long though.
I implanted a subconscious block to prevent you from altering living tissue. You were perfect, but with limits. I wasn't there to do the same with them.
There's something else. God, that is
Get up.
just falling apart. Oh yeah, he's falling apart now.
Wait, no.
Oh man, that is messed up. Yeah, I mean, he's just...
I wish everything was different for us.
Oh, he was just acting out of anger. Man.
Killed themselves.
That's all they wanted was her wounded.
What a treat. Didn't think you'd crawl out from under your rock as well.
Oh, Lance Riddick does an excellent bad guy.
We have plans for both of you.
I said you can have me.
She managed to break out of that.
Not him.
Oh, geez, another experiment? Oh, man.
That's...
Good old mom.
Oh, God. She's alive.
Technically alive. We
Oh
didn't get her
my
back up and running in time
goodness.
to save her from massive brain damage. But, well, we both know she only had one use anyway.
That's awful.
You monster!
I can understand him. Oh, shot her. Brain dead.
She was barely alive to begin with.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of trauma to go through.
Damn it!
You murdered my whole...
Oh.
Eve, calm down.
Oh, you pissed her off.
My whole family!
Yo.
I see it all now. I could rearrange your cells to make you whole new people from the monsters you are. You
Yo.
ruined my life. Took everything from me. Killed people I didn't even know I loved. I am Samantha Eve Wilkins, and I defy you to even remember who I am.
That would be why she doesn't wear a mask anymore. Holy shit. Oh, and of course directly in the head. Doesn't even get a goodbye. She was able to fix herself. Figured out how to change people's molecules.
Where am I?
Wiped their memories. Jeez. Oh. I was gonna say, I was hoping that wasn't over yet.
Go? Go where? Hey, like it or not, we're the only family you've got.
Yeah, and she hates it. Oh, jeez. Her parents are awful. Oh. Well, didn't expect to cry going into this here.
It's your birthday. Let's try again.
Oh.
Only one I've got.
She just ends up putting on a face. She ends up just putting on a face for them.
I promise.
Oh. Probably doing a whole lot of nothing.
I don't know if that's gonna work as well as you hope it will, kiddo.
You might go upstairs and run a bath. That should help. A little.
Wanted
Boy is
abilities.
not getting his powers, is he?
Finish dinner while I untape the boy.
Shit. So we just finished watching the Adam Eve special, which was a nice little prequel to what we saw in Invincible. I don't know what I was expecting going into this, but this was incredible. Like, there were so many like favorites of mine when it came to the show, but I do honestly truly think that this might have been my favorite episode to date. Like every piece and part of this, like, I was just fascinated by. And I didn't know that I needed an origin story for Adam Eve. but that was incredible. It was awesome getting to see, like, she was kind of destined for greatness from the start and was like a genetic experiment meant to be a weapon for the government. Like, I mean, it makes sense, but her abilities absolutely fascinate me. Like, the ability to rearrange pretty much matter on a molecular level has so many, like, so much limitless potential for what she could actually do with her abilities. And all of it just like it takes like probably a bit of some inspiration from something like Green Lantern. But honestly, I find this even more cool because, like, I was I was a bit of a science nerd growing up. You know, I really enjoyed things like biology and chemistry. I struggled a bit in physics, but you know, when I wasn't dealing so much in the math and more in the like theoretical and more of like matter as it is, like that was a lot more fascinating to me. And so like her ability is just like it scratched a brain itch I didn't know I had when it came to like all the scientific elements to it. It was so cool getting to see how, like, it wasn't just that she had the ability to rearrange matter on a molecular level. It was how she also would see the molecules, and she was just really, really good at science. And just like her like intellect when it came to scientific matters was like elevated to like exponential levels. But then with other areas, she either just found it boring and didn't apply herself, or she struggled with it. They kind of left it up in the air, but it did, in all honesty, kind of remind me in a sense of like, this in a way was kind of a metaphor for autism. Like, she was somebody who, you know, when it comes to autism, those who are autistic are very, very intelligent, but then struggle sometimes with more of the social elements. And so like we saw during her earlier years that she was a lot more of a recluse. She struggled to make friends. Her parents were almost kind of embarrassed by it. Like, people would talk and stigmatize her in a sense, and the parents were embarrassed by it, which that right there, like, I can't speak from experience because I am not a parent. But I gotta say right now, like, her like adoptive parents are awful. Like, absolutely awful. Like, yes, I can have a little bit of empathy for the idea that they just don't understand how to manage and deal with it, but how they do manage it is probably the worst possible way that you could. I already didn't like her parents in the actual like original season, especially because they came to the they came to the rescue of Rexplode of all people. This just really sealed the deal for me. Like, of course she would be just kind of putting on a face, because that's with so many people who are autistic or have some sort of mental disorder or illness have to do. They have to mask. And at the same time, like, you know, this is obviously a superhero show, but they really deal with so many real world elements here and so much like humanity in a sense. Even with like someone like Omni-Man not being human, they still deal with so many like human elements, and that's kind of what they were doing here. Like, Adam Eve in a sense is a metaphor for autism, or at least that's kind of what I picked up on just from my own casual observations. And it did make me honestly a lot more invested in the character, just because she seemed like an actual real person, regardless of the fact that her abilities were extremely over the top. Because, you know, I would argue that she's probably the most powerful individual in that entire universe. And obviously Adam Eve didn't really go toe to toe like one-on-one with Omni-Man, but I get the sense like she'd be able to, especially in her like almost like her like Phoenix form in a sense, that she'd be able to rewrite his entire like DNA to a point where like Omni-Man would be like, I don't know, turn into sludge if she really wanted to. But it also like humanizes her in a sense that she wouldn't necessarily go that far. Like even with these people who took everything from her, she just wiped their memory so that way she didn't have to deal with them anymore. They wouldn't be a threat anymore. Remove them in as a threat in a sense that was a lot better than just killing them outright and taking out her full anger on them. Like it just shows how good of a person she is. She has struggled her entire life to fit in. She finally finds like the support and sympathy and empathy that she needs, and it's all ripped away from her. And she, in that moment, she could have easily become a villain, and yet she doesn't. Like that right there is just great characterization, just showing that like it wasn't just her abilities that she got from her mother, it was the kindness, the empathy from her biological mother that she got. Like this was, and even in a sense, I think his name was Erickson, even got some of those elements from him as well, even though like not actual father, but kind of at the same time her actual father, like someone who actually genuinely cared about her and wanted the best for her. Man, this was so well written. All of this was great. I don't know if this is a if this was actually done in like the graphic novels or anything, but it feels like it was ripped straight from it, and they did such a great job of just putting it all together. And like the grossness of her like siblings, her tube siblings in a sense, at first just seemed like it was just so out of pocket, just like so gross. But then you start to understand and feel for them because they were lashing out in anger because all they had, they didn't have any of that kindness. They didn't have any of that empathy. They only took from their mother the, like they were just trying to fill them with abilities, and all it ended up doing was just like melting their bodies and keeping them unstable. And they lashed out in anger because, you know, they saw her as their problem, like the source of their problems. It was all her. But then by the end, you can almost see like he, the one guy there, you know, phase 2 or whatever, he like looks up at Adam Eve and is just like, I'm sorry I am the way that I am. And, you know, it really just shows like how well written all of this is. And that twist at the end of her mother being alive but like being brain dead and just barely being kept alive so that way they could use her to make new super powered individuals, but like in a much more like grotesque state. Like that was just awful. But at the same time, like it was very nice, even though he was obviously playing the villain, it was so nice hearing Lance Riddick's voice again. I played copious amounts of Destiny, and so when I heard about his death, I was very upset, and I didn't know how many more projects I'd get to see him in. The more recent project I saw him in was obviously in Vox Machina Season 2. Obviously, he recorded this well before his death, or at least a little bit before his death, and, you know, I think that's a good point to leave out on. Like, he played a very good villain, and I was happy to hear his voice one last time. If there was anything else that I missed, I'd love to know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what your take was on this, obviously. And honestly, if there was anything else that I missed, because I'm sure that I missed something. This was just an absolutely phenomenal show. And every episode just seems to get better and better. And I'm now just looking forward more and more to season 2. So Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you enjoy this, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. But in the meantime, class, you are officially dismissed, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, everybody.